So basically, Ymir is the father of the Frost Giants, which means he's the big daddy of a race of big boys. He's also supposedly one of the oldest dudes in existence, literally being born at the beginning of time, which is quite fitting because he's also one of the oldest gods in Smite, being part of the original roster of 25 gods during the beta back in 2012. Apparently, Odin killed Ymir in a war against the giants and used his body parts to create the world, because even immortal deities need a hobby. In-game, Ymir is a tanky melee guardian who focuses exclusively on crowd control and disruption, and I mean exclusively. He's got no mobility, no utility, no escapability, and definitely no credibility. There's nothing fancy about Ymir. No flashy outplays, no complex skill synergies or stance switches, just 4 ways to make sure that bad day you're having gets a little bit worse, with each of his abilities having some form of CC on them in one form or another. For example, his 3, Frost Breath, is an instant cast cone ability that deals 210 damage plus 50% power and stuns all targets hit for 2.25 seconds at max rank. Combine this with his 2, Glacial Strike, which is a line ability which, after a short delay, damages all enemies hit for 370 plus 70% power, as well as slowing by 35% for 4 seconds, and you've got the basis of his Sock and Bop and combo. This would already make Ymir scary enough when he blinks on your ass and stops you from running away for 6 seconds, but add his passive to the mix and you really dial up the PTSD. Frostbite is a debuff that gets applied to anyone unfortunate enough to get caught with the pants down. This debuff literally doubles his basic attack damage for 6 whole seconds. So after getting slapped by his 3-2 prison hug, he's gonna club you like a baby seal while you pathetically try to run away. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, I'll be fine, I'll be okay, I've got a dash, I'll be Gucci. To which Ymir says, you fool, because he's got another trick up his sleeve. His 1, Ice Wall. As the name suggests, Ymir puts down a, ice wall at the target location, which blocks any and all movement through it. Now, while you can use it to wall off your teammates and land yourself with 4 reports, it can also be used to chase down enemies who are too far out of reach. And because of its thickness, it's perfect to literally roadblock the jungle for the enemy. And if you're the kind of person that failed the IQ test and actually started a fight with him in the jungle, then boy howdy will Ymir make you suffer, because you just activated his trap card. Ymir's ultimate, Shard of Ice, causes Ymir to start humping the ground, challenging for up to 3 seconds and slowing enemies in a large AoE. After the 3 seconds are up, or whenever Ymir decides he's ready to bust a fat nut, the AoE explodes, dealing a maximum of 1100 damage base plus 150% power. 1100 damage plus 150% scaling to the entire enemy team, plus a slow, and it applies his passive. So on the rare occasion you do survive it, he's got his horny bat ready to bonk you for daring to live. He can also cancel it early to deal reduced damage, and even if you kill him, it will still deal whatever damage he's stored up to that point. Most of the time, mercifully, Ymir is treated like any other Guardian, being seen mostly in the support and solo roles. However, he's one of the few Guardians that can thrive in the jungle due to his passive. Just think about that before you go to sleep tonight. A Ymir building full damage, blinking out the jungle with a fully loaded Polynomicon, ready to send you to the Shadow Realm. Sweet dreams. In all seriousness though, Ymir is exactly the kind of character that all MOBA games need. He's Smite's version of Alistar from League of Legends or Crystal Maiden from Dota, a god that was designed to do one job but do it very well. A god that lets new players get to grips with the role without needing to worry about any fancy mechanics or specialized build paths, or as a crutch for bad players to fall back on when they get auto-field support and no one would swap with them. Overall, despite being one of the oldest gods in Smite, Ymir's kit still holds up today. It's honestly cathartic to play a god that you can just turn off your brain and still do well with. And for that, Ymir will always have a special place in all of our hearts.